The American Society for Engineering Education advances innovation, excellence and access at all levels of education for the engineering profession. This is the 2021 ASEE's Annual Conference and you are watching ASEE TV. Welcome back to ASEE TV Virtual Studio for the final day of ASEE TV for our final show. ASEE's Nathan Cowell joins us one last time for his closing comments and a few highlights, followed by an interview with Dean of Penn Engineering, Vijay Kumar. Dr. Kumar is the chair of a new exciting project called Engineering Research Visioning Alliance and its collaboration with the National Science Foundation.
The world's grand challenges will be solved by engineers.
We also join the technology company ARM and take a look at how they are supporting engineering students from all over the world. Over to you, Nathan.
Hi everyone, today is Thursday, July 29, the final day of ASEE's 128th Annual Conference. We hope you've enjoyed the conference so far, and remember, these sessions will be available for 1 year after the close of the conference. Today we honor ASEE's members who have won an ASEE award. Each year you nominate dozens of your colleagues for these prestigious recognitions. Please take some time to see your peers get recognized at the awards session. The final day of the ASEE conference is always highlighted by a series of distinguished lectures, and this year is no different. But a benefit of a virtual conference is that you don't have to choose just one. You can take the time to watch each at your leisure. Here's what's on offer from these lectures. Innovation is driving business and education transformation. Continuing the conversation, working towards anti-racist engineering, creating inclusive and diverse P12 learning environments, engineering social responsibility and the competing accountabilities of corporate work, setting the stage for P12 engineering standards, rethinking active learning, uncommon sense teaching in a post-COVID neuroscientific world, Black in Engineering, a social justice movement for the Academy, and a session on the best papers. This is the final segment of our daily highlights from ASEE's annual conference. For ASEE staff, our board, and other leaders, I want to thank you for registering for this year's event and continuing to be a dedicated ASEE member. And we really, really look forward to seeing you in person next year. We always say that, but this year we mean it. And we'll see you in Minneapolis in June of 2022, if not before then. Thank you very much. And now, Stephen, one last time, over to you.
Now, 70% of the world's population engages with ARM-based products. Let's take a look at how ARM has invested massively in working with educational institutes to bring its technologies to researchers and students.
Technology today is changing at a phenomenal rate.
Every year there are new technologies which need to be reflected in the curriculum.
70% of the world's population is engaging with ARM-based products.
ARM has invested massively in helping educational institutions by working with them to develop model educational materials.
Our staff and students have had an opportunity to spend a significant amount of time at ARM.
We can evaluate our research ideas on real ARM CPU IP.
ARM has been a great company to support my PhD. They have lots of connections to experts in related fields.
It was very essential that we are part of the greater RT ecosystem, and that's the reason we picked ARM.
ARM education kits are freely available to any university.
We hope that we are inspiring young people across the globe to move into careers in technology to spark their potential.
We hope you're taking time to participate in our social media contest. Every year, ASEE's associate editor, Jen Pocock, comes up with some clever, crafty, creative questions and posts them to our Twitter account with the conference hashtag ASEE Annual. Engineering or conference location related, these questions will test your knowledge and no Google cheating. I know this year, since we were supposed to be in Long Beach, she has some SoCal related questions for you. Correct answers are randomly chosen daily, with the winner getting a Visa gift card. So go see what Jen has cooked up for today. Today we're joined in the studio by Vijay Kumar, Dean of Engineering at the University of Pennsylvania, who's going to talk to us about the Nsf Irva Project. Hi, Vijay.
Nathan, thank you for having me.
So can you tell us a little bit about IRVA?
Sure. Well, first of all, IRVA stands for Engineering Research Visioning Alliance. Why does NSF need something like this? Well, I don't think I am saying anything new when I say that the world's grand challenges will be solved by engineers through engineering methodologies, by building engineering systems. And we live in a rapidly changing technological landscape. So engineering is evolving very rapidly, and what the world needs is also changing quite rapidly. So it makes sense for NSF to have an impartial body that's the liaisoning with the experts in academia and industry and other walks of life to help NSF understand where it needs to go in terms of addressing challenges.
How or why does NSF need this type of activity? Why is it necessary outside of normal funding paths?
So Nathan, if you look at some of the challenges we have today in engineering and technology development, a lot of it is done by academics like myself and universities like mine. But of course, we're just one of the players. We connect to industry. Industry consumes the talent we produce. And then, of course, society is a major stakeholder. So in terms of thinking about the engineering enterprise, the education, the research, and then the commercialization, there are many, many aspects to engineering and the mission of National Science Foundation. So that's why NSF wanted to have something like IRVA with sort of membership that represents academia, represents industry, and represents other stakeholders.
A number of people engaged with ASEE are part of IRVA. How is that important for the ASEE-IRVA connection?
Well, ASEE is represented in the IRVA governance model through two mechanisms. So first, IRVA has an advisory board, and the advisory board provides high-level vision and guidance to the executive committee that runs IRVA. So they connect with the executive committee twice a year. Their guidance is at a high level. At a slightly lower level, we have a standing council, and I represent ASW, the engineering deans, in that standing council. So IRVA views the Standing Council as the intellectual brain trust. And so they are using the Standing Council to better understand how to communicate with all the stakeholders, how to get input from all stakeholders in the best possible way, and engage the stakeholders. And when I say stakeholders, I mean universities, industry, and of course, society.
NSF says IRVA should have membership representation of academic, industrial, and other stakeholders and should be inclusive of all engineering disciplines. Can you talk about that importance a little bit?
Nathan, I think inclusivity is key. And the reason is, if you think about these big challenges that confront us as a society, the grand challenges, they don't come packaged neatly in individual disciplines. So 100 years ago, that was just fine. We could just represent engineering in terms of individual professional societies. Today, the grand challenges are spread across engineering. And again, if you just look at the way scientists and technologies are now communicating directly to society, that has also become an important part of what we do as engineers. So it's very important that we be inclusive. It's also important that we reach out to engineers from all possible disciplines. And that's why having an organization like ASW is so important to IRVA's success.
Thank you, Vijay. I appreciate your input today.
Of course, Nathan, it was such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about the new ASEE Delta Future Faculty Institute. This program is a foundational, instructor-led online program to prepare current graduate-level students and individuals in industry who are considering a career as an engineering faculty member for a successful launch of their career. Throughout the program, future engineering faculty members will learn about preparing for and navigating the faculty application process. By the end of the program, participants will have the tools and knowledge to positively launch their faculty careers. This program takes place in two 2-hour-long sessions. Throughout the program, there will be numerous opportunities to interact with the facilitator and other participants, with ample time provided for questions, discussion, and reflection. So how will you benefit? You will receive clarifying information on types of engineering faculty positions. You will learn tools and techniques to help you successfully navigate the faculty application process. And you will engage with a network of professionals for input, guidance, and feedback. Through the inclusion of leading-edge knowledge and best practices in professional development for faculty and administrators, the Delta Institutes will improve efficiency and effectiveness for each participant, and thus also do so broadly across the universities they serve. The sessions happen on various dates this August. Visit resources.asee.org and search for Delta.
Well, that's it, I'm afraid, from all of us here at ASEE TV. Nathan, thank you so much for all your insights into the American Society of Engineering Educators. Thanks to all our guests and, of course, all our viewers who've tuned in to watch the show. We'll hope you'll join us again next year, hopefully in person in Minneapolis, for some more fantastic ASEE TV programming. So from all of us here, it's goodbye.